So I've been putting out a lot of things about motivation, and some of it comes off as cliche, but ultimately I want you guys to realize that motivation is important, but it's not the only thing. And absent the motivation, you still got to have discipline. You got to have your why. I'm gonna tell you what, you're gonna be a lot more proud of yourself when you do the things that you were supposed to do when you weren't motivated to do it. When those things are over with and you can walk away with some soreness and your head held high, when you're driving home or limping to the car, it's gonna be all worth it, trust me.
One more.
Okay.
Come on. Good. Bring it back. It's 9. Boom. Boom. Good job.
Shucks. So here we are at the body shop. It is a nice, crisp, mid-November day, 2024, and we're gonna train some back. I got a couple months left in my off season before I grind down and get ready for the Detroit Pro. I'm healthy, I'm feeling good. Calories are nice and high, so I'm excited. I haven't trained back with Chris on camera in a couple of months. As always, I have no idea what he has in store, so I'm just here to bring the energy and let him take the lead.
Every time we train back, I always throw something new in there, take something out, and then I try to come up with 5, 6 exercises that are proven to work for his back. So this is gonna be a culmination of all those workouts and see if we can actually build something, get something going. So we're gonna keep with that narrative and check the move.
That's right, let's do it.
All right, let's get some movement in here. Let's see if we can get those lower lats firing from the beginning. We're gonna do a lower lat depth and thickness workout. We are gonna touch upper back as well, but primarily it's gonna be on the lower region of the back. Let's go. Good. 1 minute.
Okay. When you have single arm movements, obviously the set is extended. It brings your cardiovascular endurance into play. However, the good thing about it is it's in the beginning of the workout. I like to attack things that I might not be comfortable with. I like to do it in the beginning where I'm fresh and I'm not mentally fatigued from things I've already done. So you get a good stretch on these. My body is canted to the right or the left, and it allows me to get an exaggerated stretch and bring it right into my lats, as opposed to some movements where you work your lats, you end up floating, and that invites bringing your elbows up or out, which brings it into your upper back. So this is a money movement for your lats.
15. Good. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good. All right, gonna angle the hand down about another 1/4 inch.
Okay.
So make sure we're not getting any bicep. Make sure it's going straight back in through here and not in here to get the tractor bicep.
Okay.
Reduce the reps to 12.
I try to have a nice relaxed grip, and that's one of my cues, along with breathing and squeezing. So Chris gave me a couple of adjustments, so let's try to execute.
Two more. One more. Good.
Having really, really great legs and or really, really great back. That goes a long way in bodybuilding. To the common public, you know, big arms and abs, you know, those are the nice and shiny body parts that gets people's attention. And don't get me wrong, those are important parts of the physique, especially core. Not necessarily the ab shape, but having control of your stomach. It helps to have a beautiful etched out six pack, but no one's won a Mr. Olympia based on having a six pack, but you can win a Mr. Olympia based on great legs and a great back. So it's a big time confidence booster when you have a very developed back, because if you listen to a lot of critiques and feedback from bodybuilding analysts and judges, there are a lot of guys who really impress people, and then everybody's ultimately waiting on them to turn around. And a lot of great physiques can lose some shows from the back. A lot of historically great bodybuilders are known because they didn't have the back to go with it. So if you have a well-developed back going into a show, you're gonna have a lot of confidence, because when it's time to turn around. When you guys are doing bilateral or single arm or single leg movements, it's okay and it's probably necessary at some point to give yourself some time when you switch from one arm to the next, just because that first arm is going to be a little bit fresher. It's going to have a better opportunity to have better output because it's fresh and it doesn't have the fatigue, you know, that you're gonna have when you switch over, because even though that side is fresh, it's still dealing with the cardiovascular fatigue from the previous reps you just did. So keep that in mind. I know a lot of you guys are so task oriented with regards to completing your reps that you forget that the real task is actually improving the body part. So sometimes you gotta slow things down to give yourself a fighting chance on both sides. And within that, if you have a lagging side, it's a good idea to start off with the lagging side first. You don't want to lead off with your strong side, because you're actually going to make the disparity even worse. Went down in weight. My job is to execute even better, and I'm really seeking out that pain. I can't just go in here and mow through these reps, because that defeats the whole purpose. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna
Cross.
that knee over there. Let your body down. Open up the back. So when you go up, I want you to stay there for a second and let this whole lat open up. But I don't want you to crunch down and use the oblique. So kind of keep the chest up. Make sure you pull in with the lat. So you pull in with the elbow, connecting with the lat.
Okay.
And lean into it and let this stretch. Let this stretch. And the elbows can come straight down here. One. All the way down here. All the way down here. Stretch. There you go. Just 12. Just 12. Right, take your time.
Oh. Still doing bilateral movements, and what you'll learn quickly in bodybuilding when you really get to that point of honing in on how to get the most out of your training is that when you really buckle down and jab and give certain body parts those body shots, those workouts aren't going to be these 2-hour specials in your mind, because we're human beings, and no matter how big and strong you are, they have their limits. And when you don't give those muscles the break that you're used to giving them, that we naturally give ourselves when we're training by ourselves, you'll realize very quickly training is actually fairly simple. We make it a little bit more difficult when we try to alleviate the pain and discomfort. But when you sit down and you seek it out, and you really seek out trying to put some mass on your quads or build up your lats, you'll realize they have a limit very quickly. Okay.
Good.
Shucks.
I'm trying to make sure that he's connected with the actual movement. So I'm gonna keep the weight light. So I'll make sure he's in the movement first, and then I'm gonna add poundage, and then my job is to keep him into the movement. Because sometimes he can shift from being in the movement to doing 15 or doing 12 or doing 2 more. So my job as a trainer to push him back in that movement. The touching, very handsy touching, because I want to see what part of his back is connecting, and that'll make sure we're doing this right, and what I need to lead to more. So I try to start here and then wrap it around there, or start here and then go down through here, and then I add poundage to make sure he stays in the actual movement. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Come on. 5. Uh-huh. 6. Uh-huh. 7. 8. Mm-hmm. 9. 2 more. Elbow down. Elbow down, connect with the back. Good.
Okay.
3 more. 2 more. 1 more.
Okay.
So his focus right now is the lat. But if I see his body, if he's actually moving or doing this little dance with it, I'll lock him in and hold him down so that he can stay focused on that. Because if there ever comes a point where he's not totally in the movement, he's gonna start moving around and try to stay in the movement, and the focus is gonna be off the intended body part that I'm trying to do. So if I see him doing that, I'll apply pressure and make sure he's in the movement. So the only thing he's focusing on is right or left arm and his elbow and squeezing his back.
If you're stable, like he said, he erases that variable, and you can just go basically elbow to lat, elbow to lat. That's all you want to think about as the athlete. You as the athlete, you may only be able to complete 8 reps, and your partner gives you a slight assistance to get you all the way to 9 or 10. That's the 4th rep. So that was a great example of that with Chris just now.
All right, you're gonna put that pad on your sternum and let your chest cave around it. Mm-hmm. We're gonna keep the weight a little bit on the lighter side today.
Okay.
So get more contraction, okay?
Upper back?
Upper back.
Okay.
So all of those movements were a prelude to this one.
Okay.
Some more squeeze. I will apply more weight, but only enough as needed.
Yeah, okay.
Good, that looks good. Looks good. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Whew. I just try not to get my ego involved and think too much about some of the days where it feels heavier than others. It's definitely not me losing strength. Sometimes it could be my technique. Sometimes it could be the sequence of when I started, you know? Sometimes you come in and you're relatively fresh. A day like today, it's our 3rd movement, so I don't expect to be my strongest, so we'll see. Got a little bit of time left in my off season, and as you can see, I got a little bit of a puffy face right now, which I'm sure Chris is actually pleased with because he knows that I have a tendency to be very lean even when I'm not trying to be. So it's a good sign for me in the off season to have a little bit going on in the face area because I tend to get the so-called death face fairly quickly. So if I look like a chipmunk, that means I'm actually eating my food as I should be.
5, 1, 2, 3, come on. 4, come on. 5. Good.
Okay. I want to have, or I'm planning to have, and we're working towards a physique that's obviously tall in structure, without any gaps, without any weaknesses. And, you know, if you look at the current trends in bodybuilding right now, you know, tall, aesthetic bodybuilders with a lot of muscle who don't have anything out of place, you know, that's what's in vogue right now. And
8, 9. Come on. Good. Bring it back.
Shucks.
Good.
I'm a lot better at these than I used to be. It may not seem like it because I'm still breathing hard, but there's really no super comfortable way to roll that kind of weight with a pad on your chest. But believe it or not, I'm a lot better than I used to be.
I'll do a movement to actually get ready for the next movement. So if I do like a heavy movement or a more precise movement, I'll kind of do like an angle or something like that. So this is things I've been doing with my clients lately to get that upper back a little bit more busy. So we're gonna go out and pull it down going wide. It's almost a variation of a lat pull down, but not exactly. Slow down, slow it down. Coming down. Then we're gonna do a high pulse on this one. Keep going. More. Go down one. Keep going. Come on. Now here we go. Go all the way up. Now here, bite to my hand and back. Right there. Chest up. Right there. Right there. There you go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Okay.
What Chris does is he just gives me pointers as I'm going through the movement on how deep he wants me to go. You know, he'll use the term pulsing. So pulsing just basically means that you're not going through the entire rep range. You're going through a shortened portion of the rep range, usually at a faster pace. So it's more like that instead of like that.
One more big one. High pulse. Bring it up right here. Elbow. Out. Two more. One more. Good job.
Okay. We're in my favorite time of the year in California, mid-November till about March. It's about the only time of the year I don't look crazy for wearing a hoodie all the time. So that's pretty cool. Usually between April and September, I look pretty crazy wearing the same thing in 90-degree weather, but I should get used to it. But who's laughing now? Who's laughing now?
One more. High pulse.
Shucks.
Lat pull down.
Okay.
Pull through. Keep your chest up. Chest up. That's it. Good. Open, close. Open it. That's it. Keep your chest up.
Okay.
Good.
So training with Chris it's kind of an acquired taste because it's like he's going in for that bank robbery, and you know most people they just go in and grab the hundreds and get in the car and leave, right? But Chris he's getting the hundreds, the 50s, 25s. He's getting the titles to the house, the jewels. He's getting every damn thing. So mentally, you just gotta submit to what's going on with your body and not be concerned with how you feel, you know?
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Shucks.
Okay, we're gonna alternate 1, 1, 1, 1, back and forth.
Okay.
Three. 4. Come on. 6. 7. 3 more. 2 more. Elbow back.
Okay. I feel like when I come down with both arms, I can't fully contract because I have to kind of balance it. But when I use single arm, I can get a much better contraction. So that was the first time we did it. I like the feeling there.
That's 4. That's 5. Keep the chest up. That's 6. 7. 8. It's 9. Boom. Boom. Good job.
Shucks.
Come on. Come on.
Shucks.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it for the back workout. Do one movement in there Ron wasn't used to. I like to do that at least once every workout, try something out. Did the singular alternating lat pull down. Took out a few movements that I'm seeing now that maybe I should have left them in. And that's what it's about, just trying to get this 3 or 4 workouts that are attacking his back and making him better each time. So he performed well. We didn't hurt anything. We moved forward and he had a great workout. So I hope you guys learned something and put in your arsenal. See you next time.
That's about it. So I felt like it was a great workout from beginning to end. The intensity was high as usual. I felt like it's my job to try to bring out the best in Chris. He brings out the best in me. Great workout, great pump. And that's about it.